G'day guys and welcome to another one of my Digimon ReArise videos. So it's been revealed that the next release on Global is going to be Magnamon X. Magnamon X antibody. He is a yellow type Digimon. What we're going to do is quickly review the banner or how it looked on JP and just have a little chat about Magnamon X, and then I'll give you my personal opinions on the Digimon. If you want a more in-depth sort of review of this Digimon, I do have a full showcase from when I first got this guy on JP, so I'll leave a description for that down below so you can check that out and see some gameplay of this guy as well. So as I said before, Magnamon X is a yellow type Digimon, which means he's going to be pretty chunky. On JP, the banner had Chaosmon and Magnamon as the two featured Digimon. Chaosmon is a really good blue support. This banner is actually quite good value if it stays the same on Global. Massive HP at 11,500. Pretty good power, 5,200. It's not bad for a yellow Digimon. 4,000 defense is quite good as well, and a pretty low speed of 22. His main skill, 420% to 3 enemies, ignores block, 3.5 crit multiplier. The damage multiplier is not high, but if you can manage to get a crit off, 3.5% is really, 3.5 times is really high crit multiplier, which means he's going to be hitting quite hard there. 490% to a single target on his sub skill, ignores block, and 50% chance to apply darkness. Not too good, no crit multiplier. 490 isn't the highest damage multiplier either. Finally, his passive skill, X antibody, of course, so he's going to be great in the Underworld dungeon, like really good in the Underworld dungeon. Protects all allies from shock, paralysis, freezing, stun, and sleep for 6 turns. That is all of your immobilization, status effects, won't affect your team for 6 turns. 6 is good because there's lots of 5-turn debuffers. 6 is a little bit harder to remove. 100% to own defense at 1 turn. That's not fantastic because there's so many 1 and 2 turn debuff spells out there. And finally, let self deal 4 times damage to red, purple, and blue enemies. So any other damage dealing type, 4 times damage. Pair that with his 3.5 times crit damage multiplier. He's going to be doing a lot of damage if you can get him to get his main skill off. His plugins give him power and crit and defense and HP. So there you go, that's a quick rundown of what he does. I guess in terms of the meta, this passive is really good for dealing with Magnamon X's. You won't have to worry about that stun anymore. He can hit really hard and clear some of the Digimon currently in the meta, although Merciful mode kind of gives him a bit of trouble because you can't get that crit off and the damage multiplier as well. He's held back a little bit by his sub skill, but that's still going to hit quite hard in clash battles. So here's my overall opinion for Magnamon X. In clash battle, I'm going to give him S tier. He is going to be hitting so hard. Crit, damage multiplier, type multiplier, ignores block on both his skills. He's going to be hitting really hard. The only thing holding him back from being top tier is probably lack of cooldown for yellow types, which doesn't come for a little while. In the Underworld dungeon, of course, he's S+ tier. Anything with an X antibody is going to be pretty good in the Underworld dungeon. This guy hits so hard. He's probably not the best because of that single target on his sub skill. But even if using him as your partner Digimon or your friendship Digimon, he's going to be doing really well there. Finally, PvP. This is a tricky one, and after thinking about it for a little bit, I'm going to put him in A tier for PvP. He's probably, look, he can hit hard in the right scenario, but things like evasion and damage limiters and crit protection really mess him up. His passive skill is fantastic. The defense at 1 turn is negligible. I don't think you'll ever notice that. It's going to be removed so fast. If you can get hits off, he's going to be really good as long as he survives. But other than that, he's not fantastic. I'm going to say A+. Change my mind. A+. He's not S tier. He's quite good. He can hit really hard, especially when boosted. But he is definitely held back a little bit. That single target skill and relying on crits is a little bit annoying as well. Let's go longevity, and then I'll talk about if I'll be summoning. Longevity, I'm going to give him A tier for this. He does fall off super hard in PvP, especially with more evasion coming into the game a little bit later on. He's always going to be useful in Clash Battle, so yeah, A tier for longevity. Will I be summoning for this guy? I'm really torn. I really want it for a Clash Battle and a little bit of PvP. I don't know. Maybe I'll go in lightly, but I'm not going to go all in for this guy. I just don't think I need him at the current point in the game. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know down below. Are you going to summon for Magnamon X, or are you going to save your Digirubies? Some of the other juicy stuff coming up really soon on the global side. Let me know down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.